Out of all the beloved characters from Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, Lillie was by far one of the fan favorites. Her personality, character development, and role in the story made it really easy for people to fall in love with her character. And with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, she's shown to be returning. But this time, it looks as though she's starting off in a Z-powered form very early on. And it seems as if the love for her is only going to go higher, because it looks like Lillie's going to be a full-fledged Pokemon trainer. What's going on, guys? HybridHero here. First things first, I'm a bit sick, my nose is a bit stuffy, so if that interferes with your enjoyment of the video, I'm terribly sorry, but I recorded this like twice now, and both times something happened to the audio files, and I'm determined to get this video out by tomorrow, so the show must go on. But besides that, I'm incredibly excited for Ultra Sun and Moon. A few weeks ago, we got this amazing poster and a trailer, and in the poster it shows off Lillie holding a Pokeball, meaning that she's going to be an actual Pokemon trainer in these games. And in the trailer, she's shown to have a more confident personality, so she may even be a rival of sorts to us, and even help us take down the evil teams of these games. But if Lillie is a trainer, then the question becomes, what Pokemon will Lillie use? Or a better question will be, what team is Lillie gonna have? If you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to hero punch that like button. If you don't, hit that dislike button. Let me know how you feel. Comment down below with your thoughts and opinions after you finish watching the video. What Pokemon do you think Lillie will have on her team? What do you think about my team prediction? Let me know. Share the video around. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that little bell icon if you want to stay up to date with all my videos. And finally, I'm selling this awesome Beware of Me merchandise, so for those of you that are interested, be sure to check that out. Now, team predictions aren't difficult, and they usually end up being wrong. And this video is no exception to that. With over 400 Pokemon to choose from this new Alola Dex, I don't have the best chance of picking 6 Pokemon that Lillie will end up using, if she even ends up using 6 at all. But there are ways to figure out and see what Pokemon she may prefer. Every character has personality traits, family members, design choices, and a variety of other aspects that end up hinting at what Pokemon a certain trainer will use. So we're going to be taking a look at all these things about Lillie, and coming up with a team that will suit her. First and foremost, one of the 2 Pokemon that everyone is anticipating Lillie to have is Snowy, her Alolan Vulpix from the anime, who more than likely will evolve into Alolan Ninetales. The anime and the video games are 2 different canons for sure, but there are some similarities between the characters of both the universes. Gym leaders often have their signature Pokemon in both canons, and the trial captains for the most part use their respective partner Pokemon. Lillie owning an Alolan Vulpix in the anime definitely hints at her using one in the upcoming games, and I really wanted to use one as well. Her signature Pokemon being an Ice Fairy type seems incredibly fitting to me, and Alolan Ninetales and her pair up beautifully together. Game Freak would get a lot of hate if they didn't give Lillie an Alolan Ninetales, so I'm sure she'll get one. There's not much more to say about Alolan Ninetales, as most of us do see it as a given on her team. But looking at the rest of the team members that I have down for her, Alolan Ninetales is looking like it's going to be one of, if not the fastest member on her team. So that speed stat is going to be crucial for her team. And that great special defense stat is a nice bonus as well. When it comes to moves, I'll probably just stick to Ice and Fairy moves for offensive play. Ice Beam and Dazzling Gleam, and maybe Ice Shard for priority, and possibly Aurora Veil to support the rest of her team out and cut the damage that they take in half. Look, I love Alolan Ninetales, you love Alolan Ninetales, Lillie loves Alolan Ninetales, everyone loves Alolan Ninetales. She uses one in the anime, so let's just give her one in the games. Now, we don't know when Lillie becomes a Pokemon trainer, but her Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon art shows her as a confident trainer in her Z-powered form. This leads me to believe that she's been this confident trainer for some time. In the anime, she's been more keen on battling as of late, been more confident, and she's even changing into her Z-powered form real soon. And as of right now, Ash and his friends are about to head to the part of the story where they visit the Aether Paradise for the first time. So Lillie is changing into her look a lot earlier in the anime than she did in Sun and Moon. So wouldn't it be cool if Lillie was like this very early on? If so, then I can totally see Lillie starting her journey alongside you and Hao, and picking the starter Pokemon that the 2 of you didn't pick. Now, in Sun and Moon, Hao picked the starter that was weak against your starter. And if that ended up being the case in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, then Lillie will have the starter that's strong against your starter. But things might be a bit different this time around, and Hao might end up picking the starter that's strong against yours. And Lillie might be picking the starter that's weak against yours. Either way, I do see Lillie starting her journey alongside the player character in Hao, or somewhere around then. And because of that, I do see her traveling Alola with a 3rd starter Pokemon. Regardless of which of the 3 starters she ends up getting, it'd be really cool to see Lillie with one of them, and I hope that this is the case. These first 2 Pokemon were pretty easy to pick, But what about the rest of her team? Well, Lillie has a strong tie to her family, and in the Pokemon world, family members sometimes tend to have similarities within their teams. So I think that Lillie's going to adopt some aspects of Gladion's team and Lucimine's team into her own team. But I don't think she's going to take the exact same Pokemon as them. Gladion and Lucimine both have Pokemon on their own teams that have counterparts, and Lillie could take that counterpart Pokemon and put it on her own team as a homage to her family, but also as a symbol to show the strength and independence that she has found within herself. Taking a look at Gladion's team, there are 3 Pokemon that have potential counterparts. Lucario is often seen as a parallel to Zoroark, but this was a fan-made counterpart that wasn't really referenced by Game Freak themselves, so I wouldn't count this. Next up, we have Weavile. In 4th gen, there were 2 Pokemon from the Johto region that got evolutions that involved the Razor item. Those 2 Pokemon were Sneasel and Gligar. Sneasel evolves into Weavile, and Gligar evolves into Gliscor. So I'd say that Gliscor is a very valuable team member. And the last parallel we have here is Silvally, and yeah, that's not happening. So I think that a 3rd team member is going to be a Gliscor. Now aesthetically, I'll admit, Gliscor doesn't look like the perfect fit for a team. But then again, we did have Ash's Gliscor who always made faces like this. This new Lillie is going to be full of surprises, so I wouldn't be surprised if she had a few Pokemon that throw us off guard. And I think that Gliscor is going to be one of them. Gliscor is a ground and flying type, so it's going to bring a nice immunity to ground and electric type moves. And it's got good overall stats, with the strongest stat being defense and attack and speed being tied at 2nd place. This gives her team more strength on the physical side of things. Now Gliscor has an incredible move pool, but this is just an NPC in the game, so we can't expect anything metagame. I suspect that Gliscor's moveset will consist of something along the lines of Earthquake, Acrobatics, U-Turn, and Poison Jab. Just straight out offensive moves to make use of that sweet attack stat. Gliscor is a Pokemon that I really love as well, so I'd be very happy if Lillie used it on her team. On to Lucimine. From Lucimine's team, I don't know why, but I feel like Beware would be a perfect addition for Lillie's team. But that's probably not happening. It's also the only Pokemon on Lucimine's team that doesn't have a potential counterpart. Lilligant has Whimsicott, Mismagius has Honchkrow, Milotic has Gyarados, and Clefable arguably has Gengar. Starting off with Whimsicott and Gyarados, I don't think either of them are going to be on Lillie's team because their primary typings interfere with the primary typings of 2 of the potential starters. And the game usually makes it so that if an important character has a starter Pokemon, the rest of the team is managed so that they don't have other Pokemon with the same primary typing as the starter. So I think that Gyarados and Whimsicott are definitely out of the picture, and that leaves Gengar and Honchkrow. And while I really want Lillie to have a Gengar, the Gengar and Clefable parallel was one that was made up by fans. Because it was mainly a fan-made parallel, I'm gonna have to exclude it from the team building process. So with this logic, the 4th member of the team would be Honchkrow. Yet another surprise Pokemon that will be sure to throw people off their game. The big boss Pokemon Honchkrow is yet another flying type, but thanks to its dark typing, it'll bring an immunity to the psychic type as well. It'll definitely be really cool to see Lillie with the Honchkrow, but I think it'll be even cooler to see her with one, because it could be seen as a throwback or a reference to the Murkrow who lived with Lillie while she lived at Kuki's place in Sun and Moon. Honchkrow is a bulky offensive mon who has really high stats in primarily physical attack, but as well as special attack and HP. If Honchkrow ends up as a mixed attacker, it could definitely be a problem for us when we get to battle her. A moveset that I can see Honchkrow having would be Night Slash and Dark Pulse to work as a mixed attacker, Brave Bird, and Haste to remove stat changes to Pokemon that are trying to set up. Regardless of what, I think Lillie having a Honchkrow on a team would be a really cool throwback to that Murkrow from before, and I think it'd just be really exciting to see her use one. Now the 5th member of Lillie's team is one that I believe is going to be a definite member, and that's Stoutland. Now a lot of you may be confused as to why I chose Stoutland. Based off of my thought process thus far, the next place to go would have been to choose a similar Pokemon to one that Mon owned. But as far as I could tell, I couldn't find any info on Pokemon that he owned, or if he owned any Pokemon at all for that matter. So I had to go a different route. You guys know how N was seen with Zoro when he was a kid, and then when he grew up, he had a Zoroark? Well, in the anime, we get this picture where Lillie is seen holding a Lillipup when she was a lot younger. Gladion is holding a Cleffa, and Lilligant is next to Lucimine. The Cleffa and Lilligant are likely the same Lilligant and Clefable that Lucimine uses in Sun and Moon, but we don't see her use a Stoutland at all. And again, even though this is only shown in the anime, I think it's a good sign that Lillie could have a Stoutland on her team. Stoutland brings a ghost immunity to the table, making it so that with the Alolan Ninetales' immunity to the Dragon type, she'll for sure have Pokemon that are immune to at least 5 different types. Stoutland is a Pokemon that's been showing up a bit more often in the Pokemon series as of late. It was a vital part in Ash's story in the anime, and it became a ride Pokemon in Sun and Moon. And unlike the past 2 members of the predicted team, I think Stoutland looks the part and makes for a very fitting addition to her team. With the exception of Stoutland's special attack, its other stats are pretty much well-rounded, so this can be Lillie's Jack of all trades Pokemon. A moveset that consists of Retaliate, Play Rough, Reversal, and Crunch is one that I can definitely see Stoutland having.
Finally, Nebby. If Nebby is returning and Lillie ends up taking care of it, it'll for sure be on Lillie's team for some duration of the game. But in the anime, it looks like Ash is going to be the one who takes care of Nebby, for the most part at least. And in the games, it looks like we're going to be the ones who are entrusted with Nebby. But I could be wrong, and it could be Lillie that ends up taking care of Nebby again. But even if she does, she's gonna release Nebby at one point or another, so that the player character is able to catch it. So while Lillie may have Nebby for some duration of the game, she definitely won't have it for her final team. So what will Lillie's last team member be? One potential idea I had was Lycanroc Dusk form. I think it's different from Ash Greninja in the sense that I feel as if at least one NPC needs to have Lycanroc Dusk form. I also think that if Kukui isn't using the same team as before, isn't taking on the same role from before, or if he isn't battling us completely, then Lillie can be the perfect replacement for him, as half of Lillie's team would practically be the same as half of Kukui's old team. It'd be such a fitting champion battle as well. On top of this can be seen as an extension of the whole family concept, as Kukui was pretty much Lillie's adoptive father for some time. This could be Lillie's way of showing gratitude towards Kukui and Burnett, and showing that they really are like family to her. But I don't think it's going to be Lycanroc Dusk form that's on our team. While I do see a lot of reasons for why Lillie could have a Lycanroc on her team, it doesn't help her team in terms of certain weaknesses that the team already struggles to deal with. And to be honest, I can't see her team lacking this much of a Q factor. She needs to have at least one more Q Pokemon. Because she even talks about how she wanted Lucamine to keep her Clefable a Clefairy, because in her eyes, Clefairy was cuter. So what Pokemon have we finally decided on to be her 6th team member? Well, I think it's once again going to be one of 3 different Pokemon. Either Flareon, Vaporeon, or Leafeon. You thought I was going to say Jolteon, didn't you? I say that's going to be one of these 3 evolutions because Hal picks one of these evolutions as the counter to your starter. So he picks the evolution that's weak against his own starter. I think the same could happen for Lillie, where she also takes the evolution that's weak to her own starter. Maybe you receive an Eevee in the game alongside them, and the game implies that you should evolve it into one of these 3. The evolutions definitely add more of the cute factor to her team that everyone is expecting. They also help with the concerning weaknesses for the most part, and the idea that you, Hal, and Lillie have another grass, fire, water trio is a really cool idea as well. It's kind of like the idea of Pansage, Pansear, and Panpour, except this time, you'd actually make it far in the games with your respective evolution. Yeah, I'm thinking about it right now, and seeing Lillie with the evolution would be amazing, and I really want it to happen. So looking at this team, we have Alola Ninetales, one of the 3 starters, Gliscor, Honchkrow, Stoutland, and one of these 3 evolutions. Putting all 3 versions of this team into a team builder, all 3 versions of her team have a few Pokemon that are weak to rock. But regardless of which team Lillie has, she will always have at least one water or grass type Pokemon to take care of that. Her team with Primarina and Flareon only have that weakness to rock, and that's been taken care of. And this team also has an added immunity to fire type moves with Flareon's Flash Fire. Her team with Incineroar has the rock weakness as well as one fairy weakness that goes unchecked. But Ninetales should be fine with dealing with that. If not Ninetales, then Gliscor with its Poison Jab. And then we have the Decidueye and Vaporeon team that has the rock and fairy weakness that the previous team had, as well as an added flying type weakness. But we'll have ice moves from Ninetales and probably Vaporeon to deal with that. This team also has 3 new immunities to the original 5 that we mentioned, making for a total of 8 immunities to this team. Decidueye's Ghost typing gives the team an immunity to normal and fighting type moves, and Vaporeon has Water Absorb, giving the team a water immunity as well. So that's the team that I've predicted for Lillie. Another team that I think will be really cool for Lillie to have would be all 6 signature Pokemon from the protagonists of the Sun and Moon anime. But that's probably not gonna happen. But I thought I'd share the idea with you guys because it'd be a really nice reference to the anime. As for the team that I predicted for her, I gotta say, I really like it. Not only is it a bit unexpected, but I think it works as well. And it looks like it's gonna put up a challenge in the games. I'm very happy with what I've chosen for sure, but that's just what I think. Now, I don't participate in tag videos, so I'm not gonna tag anyone or anything. But I'm curious to know what Pokemon you think Lillie will have on her team. And I think it'd be really cool if more people made videos on what they think Lillie will have on her team. So, I encourage you guys to make your own team prediction videos. If you don't make videos or don't want to make one, then be sure to let me know what you guys predict your team to look like in the comments down below. I'm excited to hear what all you have to say, and I look forward to seeing the team prediction videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this incredibly long video. I had a ton of fun with it. My stuffy nose also got better throughout the video, so that's great. And who knows, maybe I'll catch myself in a few weeks laughing at myself in this video for how oddly correct I was, or how absolutely wrong I was. Either way, we'll find out in a few weeks when we get a chance to meet this new Lillie in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves and have a wonderful day, alright? Later.